Hello lurkers, and hello all you archaeologists. My name is John Proxy. Well, at least that's the name that's the name I go by on the internet. It's not my actual name. I'm having a Fatal Frame 2 adventure, the Crimson Butterfly, and I'm ready to press the start button when you are, folks. I've got a controller in hand and a light under my chin. I'm gonna move now because it's really distracting. Just having a bright light constantly underneath. I've been watching Dark recently, and at some point, spoiler warning, they get a bright light and a ball, and it's like, ooh, look how shiny it is. It's like, but it's shining in your face constantly. It's really inconvenient having that ball of light there. Just use a torch. But it looks cool on screen. Anyway, yes, I won't say anything. It's really good though. Yeah, I've been really enjoying it. I'm on series 2. You get used to the families. It's a lot to ask, because it's like, here's this program in German, which you're obviously going to watch in German, because the subtitles are rubbish. Not the subtitles, the dub is rubbish, right? Right, here's 4 families with like 14 people in. Learn all their names now. But you get used to them. But yeah, I don't know where you'd be in 3 episodes. Let's start our games, shall we? With my start button. I've been trying to use the save game, and look, I got. Yes, I did finally get past chapter 7, which I was in for ages, and now I'm in the half moon. Now, I said before, I keep saying this. Yeah, like, the cast look very German in their own way, and it's like, it's weird that. Yeah, you're gonna have to read it, I'm sorry. I've been told it's very cheesy, the dub. I've not actually checked that out, but I don't. I'm a purist. I always watch the subtitles, even if the original people say that it's worse. But yeah, it's a very German-looking show. But my favourite bit was when somebody says kaput, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's an actual word, isn't it? Yes, 15 hours. So we've been in this longer than the first game, I think, at this point. Although I was in chapter 7 for quite some time. Yes, so what I was saying was, I still haven't figured out how to do it yet, but I want to have a system somehow connected to my Stream Deck, where when I click a button and I say I want to do Fatal Frame, I want it to open like a notepad connected to my OBS that I can write notes. Not so you can see, so I can see. So whenever I leave a game, I can say, oh, I just need to go over here, you know, as a little message to myself. I mean, I could do it with literal whiteboards, but I'd kind of like them to be dynamically connected to my scenes somehow, and I don't know how to do that yet. But yes, Fatal Frame. Let's remind ourselves of what the hell we were doing by reading. Oh, I can listen to the radio. We'll do that as well. Should we? I guess I won't do all of them. I'll do the ones that seem kind of. I might do all of them. Fuck it. All God's Village. The place Miu and Mayu have wandered into is the Lost Village. All God's Village. Yeah. This is the first time I've spoken to anyone today. All God's Village. There you go. It vanished long ago on the night of the forbidden ritual. The spot where the village once stood is covered in a thick fog, and now only a twin deity statue marks its location. A single young girl was left behind when the village vanished. Legends of this village are recorded in the writings of the folklorist's assistant. I almost said assassin then. That would have been a very different game. This assistant was said to have come out of the village just before it disappeared. The Lost Couple. Not really relevant anymore, but I'll read their story anyway. Masumi Makimura, geological surveyor. He broke the golden rule, which is don't come into Japanese horror having a job, because as soon as you can be identified by that job, like a geological survey, you're screwed. You're going to become a ghost. You're going to get killed. So he went missing during an investigation of the forest that would be submerged once a local dam was built. Legend has it that the people who get lost in this village are spirited away by the lost village. What could that be? What happened to Masumi? Masumi's girlfriend, Miyako Sudo, believing him to still be alive somewhere in the forest, went in search of him. She too ended up wandering into the lost village. I fought her recently because if you go back to the original room, which I think I'm in right now, actually, now that I think about it, she still turns up as a ghost. You can't permanently get rid of any of the ghosts. Presumably until you ultimately solve what's causing all this. Itsuki. Itsuki Tachibana is the remaining, which I guess I should have read before this. He was left behind by his twin after the Crimson Sacrifice ritual the year before the Repentance. Itsuki loved his twin Mutsuki so much that the ritual ended in failure, and a year later it was Yai and Sai's turn to perform the ritual. The other rule in this town is you have to give your twins confusingly similar names just to be a prick. Not even necessary for the ritual. It's Tony and Boney, Sally and Pally, Brian and Ryan. There you go. I've actually found two names that rhyme. Itsuki, who made a pact with Mutsuki not to let the same thing happen to Yai and Sai, wrote a letter to his friend Ryozo Munakata asking him to help them after their escape. Keeping his promise to Mutsuki, Itsuki distracted the villagers. He was like, "Over here! Ah, everybody, look at me!" Like that. That's what he was like. He was locked in a cell and committed suicide, which is strange because he's been talking to us. But you best be believing in ghost stories, Japanese ghost stories, because we're in one. Sai was captured after Itsuki's death, and when she saw what happened to him, she wept, saying, "It's all our fault. We shouldn't have tried to escape." How do we know that? We might have heard a ghost whisper. Twin doll. So this, like the lost people, are kind of... Oh no, I guess it's more related to the twins, to be honest. Long before the Repentance, the twin Kiryu sisters had to perform the Crimson Sacrifice. To comfort Akane, the remaining, her father... Yes, so the remaining twins called the remaining. The father created a doll, just like the murdered twin, because the father he just didn't think that far forwards. He was like, okay, we're in a little village where ghosts, hell exists. Hell is a very real place. There's a hole. We've got to stop, the bad thing from coming out. So that's definitely real. But, that's not going to prevent me from making a realistic facsimile of somebody who recently died. Not to mention that just being a really weird thing to do. Like, can you imagine going, "Oh, I'm sorry, son, your cat died. Would you like a gerbil? Would you like a stuffed cat? Would you like a model of your cat that recently..." Like, none of those are good options. One of those is a real example, by the way. If I don't know if my brother was here, I believe that was said to him at one point during his life. One of those options. Anyway, but yes, here's a facsimile of your sister. Does that make you feel better? Oh no, the doll's turned into a ghost murder doll. And I died. I'm dead. Introducing the next John horror story. It's just like a normal horror story. But everyone's like, "Oh no. That's a shame." This has happened. Everyone's just sort of a bit nonplussed about the entire thing. Not, a bit underly concerned and not... maybe a tiny bit sarcastic, but "Oh no," like that. To comfort, I'll continue reading, shall I? To comfort Kane, the remaining, her father created a doll just like the murdered twin, Azami. But when he discovered the doll had become possessed by Azami's spirit, he vowed to destroy it. But Mr. Kiryu never managed to destroy the doll. In the end, his daughter Akane, controlled by the possessed doll, strangled and killed him. Sorry, So the ghost... Actually, it's the ghost of the one that was killed. Yeah, okay. There's a Canny and a Zami, because they've got to have identical names. So the dead ghost, like all ghosts are dead, went, oh good, there's a realistic facsimile of me, I can jump in it, because them's the rules. But then, in the doll, possessed the sister. Why did you need the doll? Maybe it was just the doll that allowed... You know what, I'm trying to be funny as well. Like, it's fine. And also, I'm pretty sure that's how lots of ghost stories work. But it's just like, you know, it's like a Wi-Fi router, isn't it? You can get signal boosters, and that's what the doll is. It's like a signal booster. Like, you can't just possess people. You need to be in a place with Wi-Fi, i.e. the house you died in, obviously. But if somebody can make a facsimile, I'm just going to keep using that word, then that's like, you know, a signal booster, isn't it? So that's how you do it. That's how you possess people. You could have just possessed the... Well, maybe it's because the sister, again, is similar enough. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'll give it that. But do say, like, I'm trying to enjoy it, but occasionally I go off tone. Do say if I go off tone too much. Because I'm sure not everyone appreciates that. One theory about the lost village held that there was once a great massacre there. All the villagers were killed, and that's how the village came to vanish. A woman wearing a red sash, laughing maniacally in a bloody sea of corpses, is the vision Miu saw of the massacre. I feel like once you see the vision, like, yeah, Miu could just be insane, but like that's a very different story we're telling if that's the case. I mean, I'm just saying, I think we can confirm the massacre is all I'm saying at this point. We've seen the person that they can have a tangible effect on our lives. That like maybe she's just there was a costume party. I'm gonna be a massacre. I'm gonna be a murdered person, and they died while dressed up as a murdered person, and it just so happens to look like the description. But that seems very unlikely. You know, it's quite a coincidence. Although potential murder mystery. I mean, it would be a murder mystery with the existence of ghosts in. Because, you know, with Agatha Christie, they always imply the existence of ghosts, and by the end of the story, ghosts aren't real. That's how Agatha Christie stories work. Because Poirot likes to take advantage of the local customs and stuff like that. And he's insufferable. But my favourite one of that is he, you know, at the end of... I haven't played any of the game yet. At the end of one of the murder mysteries, you know, he gathers everyone in one room. There's one where he does it as a magic trick. And he's like, haha, I've revealed how the killer did it through a magic trick. And it's like, somebody died, Poirot. Did you need to do this? And like, he's full of himself. That's sort of the point, right? But it's like, he included like the daughter of a dead person. God, we're going to show him how they did it. It's going to be fun, little girl. How your dad died because somebody killed him, but we're going to reveal... It's like, you could have just said... Like, I know he needs it. Like, the characterization of Poirot is done very well. Like, this is as much for him as it is for the person. He needs people to understand that he figured out the puzzle. But, like, that was a little step. That's a step slightly too far. I'm going to act... And he does that all the time, by the way. That he understands how people's beliefs work, and he'll play into that. It's very Shakespearean, I guess. Specifically in relation to Hamlet. You know, is this blood I see before me? I don't know the words to Hamlet. On this, just wash the blood off my hands. Is this a knife I see before me? There you go. That's I think the more close to the word. There is the blood on the hands as well. Like, just don't wash off. Anyway, on the day of the ceremony, Sai laughingly attacked and slaughtered the villagers gathered in the great hall. She then went out and began killing the rest of the villagers one by one. It's somebody's job to do that. The head priest did that last time. And he wasn't even crazy. He was just like, we fucked up. Better behead anyone who's left behind. It's just going to end poorly. Let's get it over and done with. One theory about the lost village held... Okay, we've read that one, sorry. The twin shrine maidens. In all God's village, twins were born at certain regular intervals. The villagers because what you do, right? You go, you there's there's a certain amount of control you can have on when baby's born, right? Everyone understands that there's a 9-month period. So I'd be like, I don't want my children to be murdered. I think we should like try for a baby like not during this time. If you know where the intervals are, you'd actively avoid them, wouldn't you? You'd be like, I know it's to cover the gates of hell, but somebody else can outdo it. Let's stay out of this. It's just gonna end poorly, you know. We could just say we can just be the local shopkeeper at the edge of the town, not involved in the ceremony. I want to be that, but I'll just move to a different village. But I guess it's easier said than done. It's like saying move out of Cornwall. It's like, well, where to? You know, and they probably have less choice. Twins, the villagers. I'm genuinely trying to get through this, but I get distracted very easily. Villagers believed twins were a single person that's split it and got born as two. Twins were thought to radiate a great energy when they became one again. At times, boy twins also performed the ritual. These twins were called the alt twins. Very concerned with the vernacular of all this. These aren't just like the things that happened, oh, we're going to give them names to help you understand them. Like, the capital letters are important. Words of power and all that. The enormous pit at the site where the forbidden ritual was performed was called the Hellish Abyss. Is it hell? It's hellish. No. The villagers believed it to be the entrance to hell, and threw the crimson sacrifices into it to appease the darkness and keep it from spilling out and covering the village. In all God's village, it was forbidden to approach this site or even speak its name. In books, the name of this forbidden place was only written as and then there's a symbol, obviously. Just imagine. So how do they plan? I mean, oh yeah, that's what I was going to say about Dark. I mean, I guess it's a tiny bit of a spoiler, but I'd open a nightclub at that cave because it gets a lot of foot traffic. Like, I don't think there's anywhere else in the series that's visited as often as that cave. Obviously, there's a reason why, but I mean, there's a surprising lack of bumping into other people. You'd like it happens a lot. What are you doing? I'm just here for my reasons, you know. Anyway, I'm just trying to figure out, like, I get that you can't say the name out loud because it can't be named because it's cursed and all that. But how do you want to go to the place? I think there briefly was a brief police tape. Everyone just steps over it. It's there should certainly be a perimeter. They definitely shouldn't let anyone it probably has something to do with that. But yeah, no, you definitely couldn't have a police presence constantly there because that would basically ruin the series. Anyone who looked into the hellish abyss's darkness would die in madness. Those who performed the hellish abyss's rituals were called the mourners. Their eyes were shown shut so they couldn't see. I'm on series 2, like a couple of episodes into series 2, so I'm way ahead. But there's very little I can say now without But the cave's in the opening. It's something. The cave's important. Like, I'm not ruining anything by saying it's not an elaborate red herring that exists. I'm not gonna say what the cave is, but okay. Can I remember their names? I can remember some of their names. I don't know if I can remember her name. Yes. Yes. Those who performed the hellish abyss's ritual, yeah, their eyes were shown shut, so they couldn't see. Anyone who tried to look into the hellish abysses was also called the mourners. They had their eyes sewn shut too. The enormous pit at the site where the forbidden ritual was performed was called the hellish abyss. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Passageway. Cave. This is a cave. Okay, I'll skip that one. No, I'll read it. Cave spread beneath all God's village was called a passageway. A secreted, forbidden place. At its deepest point, only a few priests and special people called the mourners were allowed to enter this site. I will skip the camera obscura. Chitose Tachibana was Itsuki and Mutsuki's younger sister, deeply attached to her brothers. She hated Yae and Sai for getting Itsuki locked up when she helped them escape. She now thinks Miyu is Yae and attacks her. A delicate child, she always hid in the closet. And she's fucking amazing at hiding in closets, let me tell you. She always, whenever outsiders came to the house to visit, when the repentance came, she hid in the closet to get away from the darkness. Too afraid to come out, she witnessed the entire massacre from inside. Chichose died in that closet. So yeah, I actually watched the first episode twice. I watched the first episode yonks ago, and just because I was like, this looks really interesting, but I have no idea who anyone is. But watching that first episode twice helped. But the remaining, the twin that killed the other half in the Crimson Sacrifice ritual was called the Remaining and was feared and respected. Some of these, the Remaining, went insane with grief. The others had their hair turned white overnight. Many of them turned reclusive and shunned all human contact. It's fine to... Twins are known to share each other's pain. The Remaining bore a vestige on their own throat, a remark her sister received during the ritual. Folklorist. We can skip out. It's fine. Twin order. Nowadays, when twins are born, we think of the one born first as being the older brother or sister. But all God's village thought the superior or older twin would let the lesser or younger twin be born first. Go ahead. I'll wait. It's fine. In the same way, throughout ancient Japan, the twin born first was considered to be the younger brother or sister, and the one born... That sounds like a technicality. Well, no, I think the older one would let the younger one first. Cousin, so I'm the old, and I inherit now. Yeah, that's how that rule came about. To be the younger brother or sister, and the one born second to be the older twin. But on December the 13th, 1874, an edict proclaimed that the one born first was the older twin, presumably by one that was born first. From that day, that became the accepted rule. Twin shrine. So did a bunch of people have to shuffle? Somewhere in All God's village, there was a separate ceremony where the remainings were enshrined when they died. There, pinwheels were given as offerings to comfort the remaining spirits. They loved themselves, some pinwheels. These pinwheels were made a lonesome sound as they turned in the wind, even though we put like loads of them together. Okay.
The bridge that connects the twins' houses. Dolls. A hidden room in the wall. Deep in the cemetery. An altar. The Tsuchihara grave. In a kimono box. A woman.
Well, that seems important. Also, I just remembered the very last thing I did during the stream, which was I'm looking for 3 charms to do a thingy. I can't remember where they go. And I looked throughout the house and I couldn't find it. And then I decided to look at a map and it's got them on X's. But this seems kind of important.
The bridge that connects the twins' houses. Dolls. A hidden room in the wall. Deep in the cemetery. An altar. The Tsuchihara grave. In a kimono box. A woman.
Fitter, happier, more productive.
I was wrong. Can I not save anyone? Will anyone forgive?
If I wasn't streaming, I'd play this in Japanese. But I don't want to read everything out loud because that's exhausting. I did it for goddamn Danganronpa. Although I didn't stream that. It's kind of a shame, to be honest. Okay. We've spent half an hour reading and riffing. Let's have a look at the map. It's kimono room. It's where we keep our kimonos. It's not the map we want to look at. It's the far. I'm not going to read. I've read these when I picked them up. But we should do this so that it knows I've read them. Apparently I've not done that for ages. Oh yes! Also on the last episode somebody came along and told me how to play the game. That was very useful. Hopefully I can remember that. So yeah, in fights I wasn't using the special abilities. And I didn't really understand what the orbs were. So I'd just never been using them. But there we go. But now I know. Hopefully I can remember. I've got them all plugged in. There we go. Those are the 3 locations. So we're in. Hang on, those aren't. One's in a tree. So it sounds like Yai said that as well. Is it Yai? Whatever. One of the girls are saying, "I'm looking for." I assume a kimono box. I believe I might even be in the correct room. Yeah, but now I know. Somebody came along and occasionally that happens when I stream. That's actually the best thing about stream is somebody going, yeah, you should do this thing, and me going, the what? The what? So I didn't even know that you could plug in more than one thing, because I hadn't had that on. So now I've got 2 of them plugged in. I've leveled them up. Yeah. So now, yeah, I didn't even know the circles came back after you could use them like that. Because the first game, when you used them, they were just gone. But yeah. How do I get out of here without taking a picture? Oh, that's not that button. I hope that wasn't an important film. Okay. So, we were actually really close. Kimono box, right? Where were these clues when I was looking for a fucking girl in a cupboard? No, but I've forgotten how to use it. Bollocks. Thought it was that top button. Nope, I keep forgetting. I missed the window then. Okay. Figure out which button it is. But which button do I do to do the power? Ah, damn it, I can't. It's got to be one of the buttons. Oh, fair enough, I was using the right button. Fuck! Rubbish at that timing. Oh, it's really quick. That one wasn't, though. Also, I'm not keen on the fact that she just attacked me. That's kind of weird. Wrong button. It's going to cost me, John. Film's not going to last forever. Okay, now we have 3 again. Now I can use the blast. Is that not the blast? Or did it miss the window? Right. I didn't have any film. I think I'm using it wrong. So now I've got 4. I've definitely used it. Oops. Ah, damn. That would have used my crystal, wouldn't it? I would have made a note of where the nearest crystal is, but I would have lost the note, wouldn't I? Never mind. I can't quite remember how to use that power, which is a shame because I was taught. But I understand the principle of it. I found the Osaka crest. Pinwheel design is carved on the stone, and the crest is carved on the back. Cool. Second one, I believe, is underground. Well, I save point, might as well save. So there's all the buttons seem to take pictures, but like the triangle is how to use the power, but it takes a picture as well, which is the confusing thing. But I swear I was doing something slightly different, and I can't remember what. Not the map, John. Let's leave the house. I don't remember route. Can we go in the other house via the front door? Missed them, didn't I? Should I double check? That's fine. I don't want to play with you two. I shall go outside. They're still about. That's the wrong way, isn't it? I need to take off this robe. Ah. I'll do that once I get inside. Lightly jog there. Conserve vital energy. Very sensible. Hopefully we don't have to go across a bridge and this door will just work. Wonderful. Different chapter. Different door. Oh, this is right. I guess I should click on stuff because some things get refilled. I'm trying to do this without constantly clicking on my map. This is already a different direction than I thought I was supposed to be going in. Okay, I want to be around that corner. Okay, apparently my character was committed to going in that particular direction. I want to get it from the radio. I'm going to listen to the radio again. Because it's more fun than looking on the map.
The bridge that connects the twins' houses. Dolls.
Yeah, I know that one.
A hidden room in the wall. Deep in the cemetery. An altar. A Tsuchihara grave. In a kimono box. A woman.
Yeah, it doesn't really help me. We'll look at the map. Okay, I don't know what direction I'm facing anymore. It's going to be one of these two rooms. That's kind of on the border. Okay. On the left. Okay. Oh, maybe this room was used for a special purpose. Ah, I can't quite go to the place I thought it would be. Swing and a miss. Every cloth sways in the wind. I can't look at the fucking map in this room. No, it's right next to the door. It actually... Ah, no, it's probably that room. Try again. Go back where we came from. Now, you'll be happy to know that I have gained access to the next game. And I've also got all the logos and stuff ready. I've not built the scene. That's the use of my power. Okay, I get it. It makes... You're almost dead. Ah, I got a mid-fall. Haha. It's not the kind of shot I wanted. Ah, alright, that's revenge, I guess. Don't die, John. Some delicious sacred water. Okay, which power have I got selected? Okay, how do I tell her health? Okay, I'm not usually this bad. Ah! That's what I said. We have a lot of medicine though. Oh, bollocks. I was trying to move forward so I'd have more space to move backwards, but I foolishly didn't move back again. Just goes to show you can't get lazy with those falling ladies. Leave my goddamn leg alone. My leg did nothing to you. Fuck. Oh, I fucking died. Oh my word. Oh no. I don't think I've saved in ages. It's fine though. Game. Oh, so that's so everyone knows what it looks like when I die. Yada yada. That thing. That old thing. That old lark. It's fine. We're not that far behind. I don't have to read half an hour's worth of that stuff again, so I didn't think she'd take so much. Maybe I just need to use the better film. Running Child! Sequel to the 80s hit of Running Man. What's that power supposed to do? Special shots of high exorcismal power. Got something to save up for, I guess. Okay. Hang on, I can equip things that I don't have. I just want to unequip it, to be honest. Try that again. Yeah. Maybe I just need to use a stronger camera, I guess. But I might have been putting C on rather than... I don't know what I was doing. No, I would have been using the right thing. I don't know what was going on there. Or is this the urge to save? Hopefully I know the place well. I mean, I spent 4 hours running up and down these goddamn halls. You'd hope that I'd eventually learn the layouts of these places. So, brother, are you still there? This is the correct room, isn't it? I don't actually need to invoke the falling lady. A doll. So, I've watched most of that 7-hour Resident Evil video, and I probably shouldn't, because I was going to go and try and play all the Resident Evils, but now I know which ones are the annoying ones, and I was fully prepared to play them before, but now I know they're annoying in certain ways, so it's kind of been off-putting, which is a tiny bit of a shame, because like I didn't realize Resident Evil 6 was designed for 2 people to play, and kind of not balanced, but more, I guess balanced is correct. Like, just no, there's a better word than balanced. Directed for 2 people. Small mirrors stand covered with red cloths lined up here. Beyond them, there's a pair of dolls. Everything seems to come in pairs in this room. Ball. I think. And the person, he liked some of 6. He basically liked the Leon bits. He's quite fair. Okay, maybe this isn't the room. I'll be right back, actually. I won't be long. Anyway, let's go back to the game. Looks like no cat chat today, sadly. Anyway, let's actually try and progress. Let's turn off the Binding of Isaac music. There's plenty of that when I play Binding of Isaac. Let's have a look at the map again. The file. So, you can actually see it's like to the right or the wall to the middle, near where the doors are. That looks like there. That looks like the projector room. Well, if it's not here, it's wind up clock. But I swear I didn't see anything in the projector room. Oh, there's an upstairs. It must be upstairs. Of course. Which I can get to through the projector room. I knew that. So yeah, sadly I couldn't resist watching a 7-hour breakdown of Resident Evil. But I'll still play at some point. It's going to be a while. Anyway. It's Dave Halverson. That's my favourite ghost. Dave Halverson. I don't even think he died in the village. He died somewhere nearby. Just decided he wanted in. I'm not even sure he's dead. He's just learnt to be a ghost. Fuck. Ah! I didn't want to be there. Let me go back in. Oh, you can. Oh, hang on. Something shows in the photo. Where's that? Looks like the back of a girl wearing a kimono. Are we... I mean, yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, it'll be there when you know, in the future. There's something on the floor. Some film. Okay, well, any other time I've spoken, you know, I've taken a picture like that. It's wanted me to... Oh, hang on. Look. Looks like a part of the wall is meant to rotate. I was about to say, I'm supposed to go to a place, and I've just found it. Do you mind if I take this? It's the Kiryu crest. Okay, it's a polite ghost. Okay, I might have been too quick to judge. You were supposed to be the polite ghost. You're the tricksy ghost.
Why do you kill?
Could have fooled me. Okay. Why's my thing not going up? Zero shot. Fuck. Oh, you cheeky sod! How did you teleport there? Let's remember to set to heal. Shit. That was my fault. Stop touching me. I want to go red, don't I? Oh, there's fucking two of you! Also, the camera's clicking, so that clearly means something. Oh, you can do cheeky bastard things now. Double shot. No! Try. Okay, gotta change the camera. Oops. Get out! I saw it running as well. You're doing a funny job showing it. Cool. Why do you kill? All these questions and more answered on today's Fatal Frame adventure. That's the bridge. Is that the bridge? Oh, there's like a back door. Why didn't I go in the back door? I would have got there much faster. Never mind. Let's go to the tree. Let's save our game and go to the tree. Forgot all about the back exit. Why do you kill? Alright. Take a sip of drink. To the tree. Did I? No, I did not get any points, I was going to say. Not really. Possibly because I did so very bad. Gonna find my way to a lovely tree. And return to the shrine. I will go inside. Thank you, game. It certainly is. Let's look at the file. It's not the tree, it's a graveyard. She says it. She says as much on the radio. Gonna make my way to a spooky grave. My game's been saved. There's a shiny bauble. I'm not going to click anything yet. Don't think I need to. I think it's just a case of finding whatever this blue thing is. That thing? A shrine in a graveyard. Where is that? It looks like a gravestone with the name Tsuchihara. I can't do that pronunciation. Now we're going to find another grave. Oh, hang on. I saw a ghost. That's a bit of a shame. I missed the ghost because I was like, why did she turn around? A ghost chosen a photo. That ghost. Sorry, that ghost. Didn't mean it. Ah! I won't let me out of the graveyard. Let's heal up. Fuck! Fuck! Damn it, I had a good shot and everything. Oh, it counts, thank goodness. Yeah, she dips her head down before she attacks. God, Type 90 film's good. Okay, I should be using Type 90 on bosses at this stage. Gonna save my game on the outside thing. Let's do slot 0, it's fine. That's that. The shrine door open. The shrine contains a small stone that's been offered. There we go. We've got ourselves a crest. Let's put those crests in the right place on our teeth, like gravestones in a graveyard. What? Because crest is a tooth-based, and teeth kind of look like tombstones. Do they? No. I launched into it knowing it wasn't going to go anywhere. Cool. I believe we should go to the shrine at this point. No wheelchair access. A goddamn nightmare. You know, under certain circumstances. I guess the only horror game that has wheelchair access is Bloodborne. Because they give those guys little miniguns. Yeah, normal size miniguns, I guess. Is it this room that has the shrine thingy? An old mirror has been enshrined in front of an altar with a crimson butterfly picture. I might be confused about where to go. Yeah, I guess you know, they had rub out their ideas. You know, I guess it would have been progressive until it suddenly went off the rails. But you know, until the fish people and werewolves started turning up. I've completely forgotten where the shrines go.
Bridge that connects between houses. Dolls. A hidden room in the wall. Deep in the cemetery. An altar. A Tsuchihara grave. In a kimono box. A woman.
I need to remember the end of Fitter Happier, because that would be funnier. It's like a pig on a stick, or not antibiotics, because it's the end of the list rather than the start of the list. Anyway, I was going to say Germany was very progressive until it suddenly wasn't. But like right before it suddenly wasn't, it was actually really progressive, which I'm pretty sure it is again nowadays. Not all of it though, but oh, there you go. Do you remember where the shrine, the four things are? Because it could be anywhere. Pig in a cage on antibiotics. Thank you. I mean, I think the game just expects me to remember where the goddamn thing is. Maybe it's on one of these pictures there. Where to put the pinwheels? I've collected all the pinwheels. I can't remember where they go. And I'm like, it's an altar somewhere. That's... So I'm not stuck on a puzzle, I just need to remember what location I need to go to next. And nothing is spelled out for you, so it's been a week, I've completely forgotten. Other games would go, hey, you found the stuff, go here. No. I'm tempted to look it up. I don't want to look around the entire village when I could just... Like, it's not the bit I'm... No, I think it's like some goddamn random room. That makes it even worse. Like a room somewhere has a little shrine. Can I have... Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it might even be... Is it the family altar room? I'll try the family altar room. Go down these stairs. I've earned many points on my Fitbit today. In game, I mean. I don't have a Fitbit. I had one for my Wii U. Underground tunnel, yeah. That's kind of where I was heading anyway. This doesn't look right. Oh, I was on the other side. I needed to go through the tree. Oh, I'm going the long way around. It's fine. We ran out of batteries and I never got batteries again. And I was like, well, I do most of my exercise on a machine and it doesn't really register that, so kind of pointless. Let's save my game, save my game. Okay. I need to announce cat conversations. I'll bring in the people. What you need, brother, is like somehow like a tiny drone that follows the cat around constantly, and just have it on your cat on green screen as like a second person talking. Okay, let's go inside. It'll become the new meta instead of what was it? People in little pools they got. Which I don't blame people for, by the way. Oh, it's doing a computer game. Nacho's doing the computer game thing where you got to take a photograph, but it's in a new location every time. I say it, I mean he. I can't remember what it is. I think it might be through here. Not the right place, but I did get myself some herbal essences. Yeah. Kitanglement. Oh, it's all on the screen. Yes. I'd say Schrodinger would be proud, but like Schrodinger didn't really like the thought experiment. Like he was trying to show off the absurdity. I maintain that wrestlers exist in a state of quantum flux because they get attacked from off screen I've said this before, haven't I? But like they get attacked during interviews. People are like, you know, they're up against the wall and they're like, "What do you think about this?" Well, and you know they can only get attacked by wrestlers in front of them, right? Because they've backs against the wall. But the thing is that wrestlers don't exist unless there's a camera on them. Then you know, then the waveform flattens and they exist again. That's why if you ever see wrestlers watching wrestling on the screen, they'll make sure to step out the way of the TV and watch the TV at a really awkward angle because they don't want to stop other wrestlers from not existing. Also, if a wrestler is angry, I think I missed an opportunity there. If a wrestler's angry, they won't sleep off that anger, right? A week later, they'll still be angry. They won't have slept because they just stopped existing for the week. Because they exist in a state of quantum flux. On what? That's why you have to be careful about cat-themed wrestlers. Is this where the family altar is? No, I'm just in completely the wrong place. We've got ourselves some sacred water though. Put a bit of lime in there. Tastes wonderful. You said doctor. Nope, I almost had it then. Garnet! The girl must have left it here. Girl. Ooh, hello. I'm gonna assume you've had that name for at least 20 years. And now's the time where it's coming. Hello, man. Just found the perfect opportunity to drop that name. Girl in hiding. Oh, that girl. That's who dropped this stone. I'm playing a spooky game about spooky situations. Well, that's just sad now. Those are the children ghosts that play hide and seek for you. Children ghosts are more annoying because you have to search downwards. It's I've not been using it very long. I used to just record and put on YouTube, and I've got like 1,000 videos of me playing computer games with basically no views. Because I think you have to be loud and obnoxious to get views on YouTube. I can actually... That's the ghost talking now. Where am I going? Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's what people told me I should play spooky games because people like spooky games. And I was like, I'm not sure. Because you're supposed to go, spookiness! Like that. Just constantly because of how scary things are. Like, that's not a thing I can conjure on the fly. Found you! Okay. Is it this thing here? Oh no, it's downstairs. In the passageway. People seem to like it. People like spooky games. People like their niches. Ah, here it is. I can't pick it up, can I? Can Oh, I can. Cool. Yes, well, I was saying that to my brother a second ago. Because he's got a kitten. So he's got... Okay, I started twitching because he was twitching and I had people watch him. And I was like, well, nobody's watching me on YouTube. I may as well follow. What was I going to say? There's a meta, which is you wear a bikini and you get in a little pool. Because you're only allowed to wear one if you're in a pool. So people just bought plastic pools. And he's like, power to them, right? If they found a way of getting money off Twitch, props to them. But obviously that's not everyone can do that. But you can have, I guess, a kitten cam, which is a similar principle, I guess. Is it down here? I'm just gonna the ghost, I think, says it on one of the radio calls, but I'm just gonna click on all the things. I had like 12 people watching me last week, all talking about their cats, but I thought I'd discovered something. Is it not here? I'm very tempted just to look up where it is. I mean, I could be wearing a bikini right now, just underneath my clothing. Oh, yeah, I forgot this was... Yes! I guess that's the ideal thing. You want to have, I think, like 200 people is, I think, a good number. Enough that there's a constant flow in conversation. Because I've had it where people come on, they talk loads, and then they go, well, I'm the only person talking. And... yeah, you want people to be able to talk among themselves, but you want to still be able to recognise what certain people say. It's like Reddit. There's never go on a Reddit a subreddit that has more than 10,000 people because there's just no conversations going on at those points. It's just people trying to quickly come up with memes. It's just there's nothing of value in those places. I can't find it, brother.